Hey everybody, it's Safi. It's Safi and Marco Dish Out on Movies, the only movie review show on YouTube to review movies in terms of food. It's just Marco here once again to talk about meeting Danielle Harris. Fuck yeah. Uh, so this was at Horror Hound, Cincinnati, and yeah. So a little background. This is probably going to be embarrassing, but I don't mind it. It's probably the first time I've ever divulged this information, divulged this, sort of personal information uh, at all. I haven't really ever talked about it since it happened as a kid. Well, I mean, nothing really happened, but as a kid growing up, Danielle Harris was my number one celebrity crush. I was the same age as her in the Halloween 4 and 5, and so I really had a crush on her. And then I also saw her in the remake and had a crush on her, and I was just like completely like just, she is perfect, she's a goddess, all that crap. And so it got really crazy to the point of where, I'm not kidding you, I'm going to tell you what happened. I was so just like completely, like, I don't know why too. Like I do know. I guess you can't explain that type of stuff, but and I was so young. I was in second grade when I had this crush, and so in second grade I had this plan, and the plan obviously, it was never gonna work, and it was never like destined to work because it's a stupid plan, and it's just like kind of like a goofy, funny childhood thing that you look back on and go, that's funny. Well, I wanted to build a car from scratch, a go-kart actually, and I wanted to, this is hard, and I wanted to drive to California with my best friend, with 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 two best friends, actually, two ex-best friends, and I wanted to drive this go-kart to California, and then and then I and then I wanted to propose marriage to her. I mean, it's really, it's really funny. And I had a ring and everything because my best friend was like, Marco, I made this ring. And it was like this little crappy like metal ring, and it was terrible. It was like a little piece of tin foil. And it had like a cut in it. I mean, it was probably the shittiest wedding ring I have ever seen. And then, and then it and then in Kroger, like, they had the wedding rings in there. The ones that were hanging up in Kroger looked better than this one. I mean, it was just, it's, yeah, that that's the background, and I'm sure I'll get some looks. But I was in the second grade, uh, and I was like, I just had a huge crush on her, honestly, and the farthest that we got was, we took 2 planks of wood, and I think we nailed them together. That was the farthest that we got. 2 little planks of wood. I mean, but anyways, that's the background. I've never talked about that. I've never even, in fact, after a certain point, I forgot. But then, yeah, so this is the first time that I've ever talked about it at all with anyone, including, like, people I actually talk to in real life, people I know. So, yeah, that's the backstory. And then meeting her, she was the primary reason, her and Tom Holland, that I wanted to go to Cincinnati Horror Hound. So yeah, uh, uh, it was hectic, and I looked up and saw that she was gonna be leaving early, and so I was really stressed out about that. Am I gonna get to meet her? Is it gonna be all for nothing? And yeah. So first off, as I said in the previous video, I tried meeting her and she wasn't there, and so I I had to wait for a while. I met Tom Holland, and then finally after that she was there. And I got in a line, and I gave the name, and I gave my box set to get it autographed, my nice Halloween box set, which, I was glad to have it get autographed by her. I'll probably get some autographs from some other people maybe in the future. But yeah, she autographed it, and then we took the picture, and then we said a few words, and shook, and I think shook hands. I can't remember, but it was very nice. It was very friendly, and it was very like it was a really happy moment to just, as a kid, even though I made that plan in second grade and I never went through with the stupid plan, I never imagined that I would be able to meet her and, even, be in the same room. And so it was just a really magical moment when I got to finally meet her, and like just think of it, just all came back. And it was a very happy moment, honestly, and the picture reflects that, really. I mean, maybe I look a little dopey in the picture, but it really is like a happy, like one of my favorite pictures that I have, and probably one of my favorite memories is meeting her at this convention, and that's the truth. And conveniently, we were both wearing gray, so it made the picture even better. And then after that, like a year later, I got a cameo from her for my birthday. I've gotten 2 cameos from her, and just because the first one was good, and so I thought, might as well get one the second year. But the first year, she admitted she did not really remember me, and she did not really remember any Marco. And so I thought, wow, that's really funny. It didn't bother me, but it obviously I understand, but it just reminded me of how impersonal that convention really was. Sorry. It reminded me of how at that convention, you were rushed along, because I mean, with the Danielle Harris experience, we were rushed along as well. I mean, not really rushed along, but we had to move along. And that was that whole experience. And I think that it really, really, just gets worse and worse as time goes on. Even though it was a magical experience, I would obviously give it an A+. Safi would give it a B, because, she didn't really care. And she didn't really have any, like, connection with her at the convention. But yeah, I really liked it. I really liked meeting her. I would highly recommend meeting her at a convention. And, if it is a Horror Hound convention, I will beware. It'll probably be not as good as usual, because I've done all the videos now with Horror Hound. All of them are just very, very impersonal experiences, and very boring, mediocre, rip-off kind of experiences that I wish that I hadn't paid for. Sorry. But I kind of wish that I didn't even go there, and that I just held off and said, you know what? I'll wait to meet Danielle and Tom and Henry and see Thomas Howell. I'll wait to meet them at like a Days of the Dead convention where I can actually like have an experience, rather than just, it's basically kind of like shopping. Like, you just go somewhere, you go inside, grab something, check out, buy. It's really not an experience of any kind to think about. But since it was such a happy experience, I do think about it in terms of a great experience. In fact, I would say, ironically, that it might be like my third favorite experience, probably mostly because the picture is my favorite picture out of all the pictures that I've gotten. It is a perfect picture. It's a really nice picture, and yeah. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and comment. Tell me about your Danielle Harris experience. I've heard things from other people. She's really cool with fans. So yeah, goodbye everybody. See you soon.